Hey, what is up, YouTubers, day traders, and market participants? It's your boy. We're back at it with another one. I wanted to go over the battle zone.
What?
Very important concept when you're trading, right? It's going to be when a giant green candle comes in. I call that an angel candle. When a giant angel candle comes through, what is going to happen next and how it signifies that? It creates a battle zone. And then when a giant demon candle, a big red candle comes in, it creates a battle zone too. And who's going to win out of that? It's bears versus bulls, basically just changing it to angels and demons. But stick tuned, got a lot in this one. I hope you guys are ready. All right, so let's talk about the battle zone. Let's draw it out a little bit. What do I actually mean by the battle zone, right? So let's go ahead and say we get this nice big, whoop, 1 second. Say we get a nice big green shoot, right? And the price is dilly-dallying. You get this red that comes in, a red that comes in, a red that comes in, a red, right? And then you get another green shoot up, right? First example of one, and now let's go ahead and give you the next example of the battle zone. Say we have that same type of move, and we get a red, we get a red, we get a red, we get a red, then we get a green here, and then we get these greens, and we get to right here. Next example is the last one, which basically you can kind of only get three outputs in both directions. For the most part, and you'll be able to see it in different lights and views. But say this green comes through, we get some red, some red, some red, some red, some red all the way through. And then green. Oh, that's a different green. I don't like that. Then we go green. I did like that green more though. And then we're getting to like right here, right? So this is the battle zone. It's when that candle comes through, when that strong, powerful candle comes through, it's that zone it creates. So this is the battle zone that it created. It's basically the entire candle, right? And it's what happens next with the price. Oh man, are you really doing that right now? All right, so I'm not sure where I left off there. Okay, yeah, the battle zones, the areas, right? So when it comes over, you got to think about that candle creating a big shadow, right? Oh, and where's the price going to be inside that shadow? And where can it go from there, right? So you want to break basically each candle, each big move down into a thirds, right? And that was nasty. That was nasty. Let's get this one segregated into threes properly. So basically, if you hang out in this third portion, you're usually going to get a big move to the upside, right? What does that look like? That looks like a bull flag, right? If you come back down, so this is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant. If you come back down to the second quadrant, you're most likely going to get an equal high and or a little bit extended high move if you come back into the to the second part of the move. And if you come all the way back from where you started, then you're probably only going to go back to the second quadrant on that move, right? So that is the battle zone between the angels and the demons, right? So let's just go ahead and jump into the trade, having these battle zones in mind, right? So let's go ahead and jump over to Tesla. Tesla is the trade, and this, I just want to mention that the local high is 235, right? So I have that in mind as I'm making this trade. I can see that we did it a few weeks ago. Today, this was basically the price action that happened today. Boom, boom, boom. right? So um, honestly, probably waiting for the short off of this level was probably a better trade. But it is what it is. Yeah, that would have resulted in a higher dollar gain for sure. But nonetheless, I wanted to play the first 30 minutes to an hour. That is what I like to focus on, right? So, with that being in mind, look at why did Tesla make my day trading list is because it was consolidating in a narrow state where the 200 is coming together, the 20 is coming together, and then boom, extends into this three finger prong. Same thing here. All the moving averages are consolidating, getting close, and then boom, we get this expansion, right? The expansion wasn't as strong as I wanted it to be, but we still got an expansion. And here is the trade. So this is a 2-minute chart. Notice how I did get in basically 30 seconds into market open because I had seen enough, right? This candle is powerful. This right here itself right here, that's an angel candle. Look at how big it is compared to the rest. These are little warriors. These are small little warriors on both sides that don't represent really anything. They're not telling me no story. There's nothing. But when this one comes through, this is power, this is strength, this is the angels trying to take over. Boom, I jump into the middle. I basically jump in right away because this is already strong enough. If it would have reversed, then I would have been out of the play. But I was already bullish on the upside, especially with how we're starting from this narrow state. We open above it, so I'm pretty bullish already. The candle gets pretty far extended, right? So I'm already in the middle. And I'm already selling right here I was already up like 50%. Already like 20, it was like 40 to 50% on the contracts. Got out. That was a 2-minute trade right there. The last one I let sit. I let it sit because I wanted to see how high we could go. I really wanted to go to the 235 mark, right? So I let it sit. This red candle, this big demon candle takes me out because it engulfs one of the entire moves here. So I was kind of skeptical, and so I definitely got out there, and then I patiently waited. When is green gonna take over red again? Green does not take over this. This is a giant red candle, right? So we got to get a good green push for me to think we're going up higher, right? This green does not take over this red. This red, pretty strong. I'm just sitting there waiting. This red breaks the 8. I'm waiting. This red comes down. I'm waiting. This red kind of comes in. Now we're getting close to the 20 moving average. I like that. So this kind of comes down to the 20 moving average, stops right there, and then this powerful angel steps in right here. This is a good risk to reward ratio, especially when we're so close to the 20 moving average. This is all I'm willing to risk. So I bought in with 20 seconds left to go for this candle to finish. 20 seconds left for that candle to finish. So I'm in. I patiently wait. This kind of scares me a little bit, but comes back up. Then this scares me a little bit, but comes back up. So now I'm happy. Now I'm looking at this one. That made no decision. The red did not take over the green. And then this was a good green. Then this one I don't know why I sold here. This would have been a better sell than this one. This should have been this is a 1 push, 2 push. So I should have sold here because the contract was technically worth more on a green candle than selling it at the bottom of a red candle, right? So I did sell there on that push. And then comes the giant green candle that takes us 2 highs. I get out at the high right here. 1 minute and 13 seconds into that candle, I'm out of it. We get highs, I'm out. That was the play. Um, this was just a peekaboo high. This really made a high on a red candle, and then the rest was history. Just kept going down. That would have been your perfect time to go short. If you were sitting here watching Tesla, bam, that was your perfect time to go short. Did not take that opportunity because this was the play here, and then that move. Hey, that was all I needed. So, battle zone, right? We were talking about the battle zone. Let's go ahead and get into the picture without all the noise. What were we talking about for the battle zone, right? Let's go ahead and get this green in here. So this, I wouldn't say that that's the only green here. I wouldn't say that that is the only green here. The green actually starts from the close of yesterday. That's what you really got to think. Now this is basically what the first 2 minutes did. Let's break that down in quadrants. All right. Boom. Boom. So we got into the second quadrant for sure. And then what? We get over and we get back to the high like that. Do you guys see that? You guys see that? You guys see that? Perfectly executed with the battle zone. I wasn't expecting more of a push here. You know, we got up to that 235 as close as we could, and that was a done trade. I wasn't looking for anything else more than that because I knew at that high it was it. I should have been going short here. That's what I should have done. That's the real play. That was the play. That was the second play that I should have came through and took. But with that in mind, that is exactly how the battle zones work. Say if Tesla shot up here and then it dilly-dallied right here. I think that would have definitely took out the 235 mark, and we probably would have went to 240 if that was the case. If that's how the price action was showing me, if it was showing me that we stayed in that first quadrant like that, oh yeah, that would have been a good sign for me to definitely keep holding on. Once we got over this 235 mark, I would have held at least that last contract to take me to the promised land, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.